Well, for more on this, Ross Feingold, who's a former Asia chairman of Republicans Abroad, he joins me now from Taipei. Ross, good to have you with us. You know, the dispute over the South China Sea is a big one. What do you think Mattis' strategy will be?
Well, for starters, he's going to insist that the United States, as well as other countries such as the United Kingdom and France, have a right to engage in freedom of navigation operations throughout the region. We know that this angers China tremendously when U.S. ships navigate through the South China Sea, come close to islands or rocks or other aspects of the area that China claims as Chinese sovereign territory. But the United States will insist that under international law, whether it's the United States or other navies, have a right to transship through these areas. And that'll be a significant point of contention in these talks.
How does Washington's relationship with Taiwan play into that?
That's going to be another significant issue for these talks. And the most important aspect from a defense perspective, keeping in mind that this is the defense secretary, not the Secretary of State, is the right of the United States to sell weapons to Taiwan. This is something that a United States law arguably obligates the United States to do. And the two sides, whenever they have these meetings, they sit across from a table. China says, we don't like you to do that. And the United States says, we're going to continue to do that. And in fact, we're obligated to do so under United States law. So the United States is not going to agree to cease or even roll back the arms sales. In fact, the likelihood is that in the coming months or years, the Trump administration is going to approve even larger arms packages for Taiwan if Taiwan wishes to purchase them.
North Korea, we know, is going to be another huge hot topic. Do you think Beijing will use its relationship with Pyongyang as leverage over some of these issues between the two countries, particularly trade tariffs?
Well, unlike some of the other issues, whether China's arms sales to Taiwan or trade issues, we could hope that on North Korea, at least in this meeting and in the near term, there is some scope for cooperation between the United States and China. We know that both countries do not want North Korea to have nuclear weapons. Of course, China has other security concerns about the United States' military relationship with South Korea, as well as Japan, the deployments of U.S. forces in Northeast Asia. However, China does agree with the United States that we do not want to see North Korea holding nuclear weapons. And in fact, this is a significant area for cooperation. So hopefully coming out of these talks, the two sides can actually have some significant agreement on what the next steps are. And China will play a crucial role in encouraging North Korea to actually agree and to follow the steps that the United States is going to propose. So very much China has a significant role in this.
And we know, Ross, that the U.S. has been barreling toward a trade war with China. How do you think Mattis is going to handle that issue?
I would expect him to defer questions on trade and focus on the defense issues, given that there are so many to fill up an agenda, whether it's South China Sea, weapon sales to Taiwan, or North Korea being the most significant one. Whether or not it comes up in these talks, it wouldn't be a surprise if the Chinese bring it up and try to link these issues, but I would expect Mattis to defer it and say, I'm not the guy for the trade issues. I'm here to talk about defense issues.
All right, Ross Feingold, former Asia chairman of Republicans Abroad in Taipei, thanks for being with us.